everyone, my name is Vicky Jo. Welcome to my channel. Oh, it feels so interesting to say that. This is my first YouTube video ever. So in my first YouTube video ever, I will be sharing with you guys who I am, why I'm starting this channel, and what you will be seeing in this channel. So right now I'm in the middle of a quarantine in Xiamen, China, which is about 8 hours drive from my home city, Zhuhai, where I was born and grew up in. The reason why I'm here is because there's only direct flight from Vancouver to Xiamen. So I've lived in Canada for the total of 6 years, but the last time I visited my hometown Zhuhai was 3 years ago before the pandemic. In the past 3 years, I graduated, I worked for a year, I wrote a book, I got into grad school, but none of them with my parents and families present. So as you can see, this trip coming home to China is very meaningful. I was born and raised in this beautiful coastal Chinese city in the south called Zhuhai. Not a lot of people have heard of it, except for Chinese people that I met abroad. It's actually it's a very small, petite city, but creates a very interesting environment and produces actually a lot of well-known people in the world. So I spent about 17 years growing up in Zhuhai. When I was about to turn 18, I moved to UK to teach Mandarin actually. I took a gap year after high school. So that was an amazing experience where I first got my first exposure to the outside world, and I was so fortunate that I met a very diverse group of people, my host families, and that really opened my eyes to multiculturalism and learning about other people's cultures and languages. After I turned 18, I went to Toronto, Canada. I went to University of Toronto to get my undergrad degree, where I majored in sociology and minored in political science and linguistics. These three disciplines play a huge role in my life, in my perspectives, in how I view the world. I always try to understand different cultures and languages and peoples through this kind of sociological perspective. It really helped me to learn and to communicate with people in a very open mind. Besides my work, travel, and study, I'm also an author. I spent a year in a pandemic writing this book called Through My Eyes, Exploring the World While Being Asian. And it was published in September 2021. If you're interested in that book, check that out on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box. I think I should do a separate episode just to talk about my book and my writing journey. I think that would be super duper fun. So can we finally talk about what you will see on this channel? So in the next couple of months, from May to June, July, all the way to August, I will be spending a lot of time in my hometown Zhuhai and probably be traveling around the country as much as I can. So I really want to show everyone what China looks like through my eyes and what it feels like from the bottom of my heart. Okay, that's dramatic, but as someone who spent the majority of time growing up here, and also someone who has spent significant amount of time abroad, I think this journey of coming home is very special and very refreshing one to myself and interesting for other people to see. So in the comments, just let me know what you're curious about, and I will try my best to answer them or address them in my next video. And I think I have to address this. A lot of people on my TikTok videos are commenting or asking me, if it's so difficult to travel to China, why do you have to go now? So let's address this. Just think about this scenario, okay? So you have been separated from your families, your loved ones, your elders for 3 years because of the pandemic. And you have been working hard, you've been writing a book, you've been studying, and you have literally no break in between that will allow you to go through lengthy quarantine to meet them, right? And finally, you got a chance between your work and study, you have this few months off that allows you to travel to quarantine. Would you take it? Well, I would. That's what I did. I think people need to have a little bit more compassion and empathy towards people who are literally trying so hard, going through all these difficulties and barriers just to visit their loved ones. And I have to mention, I actually have very close friends who are stuck in Canada who aren't able to visit China because of the number of testing that I have to do and how strict China is, even towards Chinese citizens. So I do feel extremely lucky to finally able to visit home. So what's gonna happen after August, after I leave China? After that, I will fly back to Toronto, Canada because I'm starting my master's degree in public policy at Mung School at University of Toronto. Maybe I will also take everyone from my channel onto my journey of studying, going back to school, and if I get to travel to other places, because I'm also planning a few trips with Ziki, shout out to Ziki, to maybe elsewhere outside of Canada. I thought it would also be very, very cool to bring the whole channel with me and to further explore the world through my eyes. Now we're finally coming to the magical moment that I have been waiting for. Please like and comment on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I will be posting a lot more daily and short videos on those platforms.